understand? And because I tell them that I own lot 29, see, the school itself is only worth for 140-something thousand. The property included on it is only worth about 400,000. But the things that's around you, y'all understand how property value goes up. You can have a shack right here, and today, tomorrow, if they come and build a whole mall right over there next to it, your shack was $10. Tomorrow, well, after that mall is built, your shack is worth $1 million. And if y'all don't believe me, ask the people that lived in downtown Brooklyn when they went to build the volcano. You might have bought a crib for $175,000 10 or 15 years ago and got lucky, but if they decided to build the volcano, that house now, depending on where it's located, can be worth $3 million. And please don't be you the last house that's holding down. Or the rest of them might have got $1 million or $2 million, but now, oh, we can't build because you the one last one step. Oh, well, we give them all the millions, but you the only one holding down right now.
Okay.
We give you $3 million. You understand? So it's the value of that property. And I know a lot of y'all getting mixed in school with the grades and all this, but like I said, let me bring some clarity to y'all. We all agree upon one thing, or we should, because I don't know. Because we'll agree in one meeting and then the next meeting, a person will come back and interject some more, bullshit that we didn't agree on. You understand? But we all agreed upon one thing right now that is the most important thing with us moving forward as a nation in regards to that school. And the one thing that we agreed on was that the foundation of the school had to be fixed. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? The foundation, not pictures, not paint, none of this toy. And I'm not saying toy because of what effort has been placed into doing that. That's supreme. What I'm talking about toy is that the only way we can move forward is that we have to have the foundation structure of the school state. So if I'm losing any of y'all, I'm going to bring y'all back, okay? The school was built in 1901. And just like I said, I'll take y'all back, go back to 2008. Again, what's that December? Okay? Because not only did it was said that we had the 99-year lease, it was also put in the atmosphere that the building foundation is weak. It's running water, this, that, and the third, and within a couple of years, it's going to fall down. How many years is this since 2008? And guess what? Not only that, the school, the building itself been there 121 years. Do y'all understand that? More than a century. And we've been through 2 fires, and we've been through a hurricane, and ain't nothing took that building away.
Yeah, because that foundation is rock.
That's right.
The school is built on the foundation of rock. When they say the school is weak, they're not talking about the rock. They're talking about the building.
Thank you, Sean. You understand? And what the God said is the whole significance of it. Because when you're dealing with the Department of Buildings, and like I said, the motion to go toward historical site was already brought up to me years ago by my late Nasuba. And he said his niece that was down there in the Department of Building said, look, as a nation, y'all qualify for everything based on time, input in the community, but before you can get the historical site, because what? We took on that property as ours. So if you take on something as yours and you taking it on as ownership, then what are you held responsible for? To make sure that it's kept up to par. Okay? Now, under 1901, because see, I was going through it with some of the brothers, because they was like, oh, bring it up to the codes. Nowadays, they won't bring it up to the codes, and nowadays, they do might as well tear it down. Because now you got to bring ramps in for, handicap. You got to have certain ventilators, because as buildings go on, what codes change. And the more they change, that means the more money that you have to spend to bring it up to code. I don't know anything about construction. I used to build mansions and shit like that down in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And you got to deal with the municipalities with anything that you're dealing with, from the blueprint or. So now, the only thing that we got to do is we fall under what you call the grandfather clause. Under the grandfather clause, we only have to bring the building up to a standing code of 1901. Okay? So that prior to this separation, when brothers started coming up here presenting what they did, we had already had the body in motion. They be beefing with my brother Born King about this, that, and the third, and his delivery, and all that crap. But, like I said, I don't got friendships with dogs as far as you my friend, because at the end of the day, if you do something wrong, then, oh, that's my man. Which is what been holding us back. Because like they said, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You got a lot of older brothers that stand up here and they talk about what they would have did to us and this, that, and the third back in the days. But y'all wasn't responsible for the shit that some of y'all brothers did back in the day. Because if they was, then them individuals that was stealing money and doing all type of crimes, after our father returned to the grave, they would have been knocked, their heads would have been knocked off. Let's keep it real. Because if I can get away with it, you can get away with it. It ain't no big G's, ain't no little G's, ain't no big eyes, ain't no little eyes. I don't care when you came into this. Because like the Father said, we don't take nothing on face value. Everything is subjected to show and prove, and then it's got to come out right and exact. If it ain't none of that, I don't want to hear it. I'm in quality cipher, and I know my degree is still frontwards and backwards. But I'm at the degree in my life that wisdom without no application don't mean nothing to me. Don't talk me to death. So like I said, we was all on the right track to fixing the foundation of the school. First, do y'all understand what I'm saying? First, let me show y'all why we say first. We went out and got the real constructional engineer to go into the school. And see, this is what I'm talking about when people talk. And they just talk. And they don't show and prove what they're talking about. Okay? In the Zoom meetings, not only did we pay the $2,400 for the constructional engineer to come into the school and first assess what we need to do with fixing the foundation of the school. because you got to deal with what needs to be dealt with. You can't go get a regular construction person to deal with foundational construction, because they're two separate what? Entities. You understand? Now, when he went down there to do the job, but we got on the next Zoom call, not only was everybody privy to what company we was using, everything that was involved. Matter of fact, I'm skipping a little bit because the first night, and I think this was April, that we had that Zoom call that was open to the whole nation. Born King had got people that was going to donate the money, and we raised it $21,000 that night. Because see, that's the other part. A lot of the brothers and sisters don't realize that there's so many young brothers and sisters in this nation doing a whole bunch of positive things and got a lot of money to make contributions to this. But what has always been our problem when it comes to money? Trust. And that was another reason why we went and did the Apollo. Born King came with the idea. He asked me with the master. I got another brother on there, unfortunately ain't here. And then Law Intelligence said he wanted to jump on that. So there was 3 individuals that we spent $60,000 to throw that event, and which we lost money. We didn't make no money. Our ideal was to make money so that we can, begin adding on to the school. But just like everything else, it's practical experience. So, I thought that at the beginning, because Black Judge had got me on the phone with Carmelo Anthony. And Carmelo Anthony was like, yo, y'all doing that? We got y'all. I would get Jay, woo, 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 woo. What happened right after that? You seen Jay-Z sitting in Madison Square Garden with Carmelo Anthony's universal flag on. And guess what happened? You had a bunch of guards and this one and that one. He ain't God. And I couldn't understand that. You know why I couldn't understand that? Because Snoop Doggy Dogg jumps up on the stage and he crip walk with blue flag and everybody's proud. Baby and them jump up on the stage with the red bag and whoop, whoop, whoop. Everybody proud. So how can you not be proud of an individual like Jay-Z that's known throughout the universe, not the United States? And whose flag did he choose to wear around his neck in public? The universal flag of the nation of God to the earth, 5% nation of God to the earth. Why? Because that land comes from Marcy Projects in Brooklyn, Medina, and was raised around the gardens. But we had problems with that. So now, different things take its course, because always understand one thing. Anytime that you go and move forward, and the devil think that we're moving forward as one, he gonna find a way to cause separation amongst us. And that's why I'm working now, not to cause separation, to bring us together. But in the same token of me bringing us together, y'all have to understand the foundation of it. And the foundation was we was already moving in the right direction. The reason why the brother never took the money when it was first offered, and sometimes we go into conflict. because I can't see his vision. You understand? And patience is what? A virtue. So sometimes we need to have patience in order for us to see what our brother is building. But sometimes we may not have time, to elaborate in full. Just like when y'all watched it, the man interviewing the guards on TV back in the days, and the brother spoke, and when the interviewer tried to go to the other guard, the guard said, I don't got nothing to say. My brother said it all. Sometimes you ain't got to add on. And I watch individuals do that all the time. You get up here, have a great bill, and as soon as they get up here to crush everything you said. How was that? Ain't everything you said was it right and exact? I ain't gonna jump up here to tear all that down. I'm gonna jump up here and I'm gonna give you the facts to what I'm talking about, and then you make the decision on what direction you want to go. So like I said, once again, on that Zoom call, he didn't accept the money, and it took a while, and that's why he didn't accept the money. But in the course of it taking a while, we set up the bank account, which consists of 3 people on the bank account. Matter of fact, we also had a law saving that's on the law school and legal account. We don't got no problem with that. But the reason why you do certain things and certain things in order is so you maintain the progress. So now, once the bank account is set up, what does the bank account represent? The bank account represents everything. Because for one, we don't have no trust amongst each other, right? So when you go to make something transparent on that type of level, this is what you want. Because you know what a bank account says? You live in modern time. A bank account says that anything that you say electronically to that cause is recorded. You got a receipt, and they got a receipt, right? When you deal with Cash App, right? And you send somebody that money, right? And they got it, right? You can pull up on their Cash App, you send it, right? Every time. So, if we got things that's already transparent, you can't turn around later on and lie and say that it was 2,000 when people sent in 10,000. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? Yeah. We making the thing right and exact. So now after the bank account, and it take more time for us to get in with the real construction company, because we're dealing with who? DeMoss. That's the same company that built the Hard Rock Cafe guitar. If they can build the Hard Rock Cafe guitar, I'm quite sure they probably could build the universal flag at the front of a building. If you could build another building with a guitar. Now, these are the same individuals, and I keep it 1,000. When I jumped into it, like I said, my brother was there. I had a little, antsy about it. We went through what we went through, and it was squashed. And we was moving forward. The brother even was the first one to donate $1,000 out of his pocket to this cause. You understand? So y'all see the picture. All right? Now, in the course of all this, like I said, he didn't initiate that. That person didn't initiate that. When King initiated, who everybody always got some type of problem with. But see, look at a person's results. I might deliver something to you nasty as ever. But what was the message? Was the message more important, or was it that because I cursed at you to give you the message? Because I get tired of ignorant people all the time. I can talk proper, I can talk super intelligent and all that. But like the Father taught us, anytime that you building, you understand, and you should make it crystal clear so where a baby can see it, and then so complex that a scientist will understand it. You don't place the wisdom above what? The people's head. Because there's no understanding understood. Okay? So now, like I said, with everything going the way that it went, when we finally dealt with the constructional engineer, and he went downstairs in the school to assess what we needed to be done. Okay? We paid $2,400 for that. That was done. So when we had the next meeting, what you think took place in the next meeting, the next room call, what took place in the next room call is that every picture that the custodian or construction engineer had taken in regard to this matter was on the Zoom call. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody can see what needed to be done. This ain't no hiding from the nation. This is transparent. You understand? In the course of that taking place, okay, we go into stage number 2 of this process, is that after you deal with the constructional engineer, then next you have another person that you got to pay again, who's called a surveyor. I know this. You get up here with all that slick talk. Oh, I did that. We deal with actual facts, okay? So now, when you get the surveyor that we're going to pay this extra money to again, what are we getting him to do? We're getting him, see the surveyor now is going to draw up the actual blueprint to what needs to be done, right? Through the company. They're certified, solidified, they do this in this jurisdiction all the time. Okay? Now, after the surveyor gets involved and the blueprint is drawn up, right? The company that you're dealing with